When you think about the NFL after the year 2000, no position has defined the game more than quarterback. From dynasties built on clutch throws to unforgettable MVP seasons, these players have shaped modern football into what we know today. In this video, we're breaking down the top 10 quarterbacks since 2000, the legends who combined stats, leadership, and unforgettable playoff moments. Whether you agree or think we left someone off, make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dive NFL history content. Phillip Rivers may not have a Super Bowl ring, but his career stands as a testament to toughness, consistency, and competitive fire. Drafted in 2004 as part of the famed quarterback class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisbeger, Rivers spent nearly his entire career with the San Diego/Los Angeles Chargers. He quickly became the face of the franchise, starting 240 straight games, an Iron Man streak that showcased his durability in one of football's most demanding positions. Statistically, Rivers left his mark as one of the most productive quarterbacks of his era. He ranks 5th all-time in passing touchdowns and 6th in passing yards, finishing his career with over 63,000 yards and 421 touchdowns. Rivers was a master of the quick release, a fiery competitor who wasn't afraid to jaw at opponents, and a field general who kept his team competitive despite often lacking elite defenses or consistent offensive lines. His ability to put up big numbers year after year, even when surrounded by shifting rosters, spoke to his adaptability. One of Rivers' defining traits was his unconventional throwing motion, a sidearm flick that didn't look textbook but delivered remarkable accuracy. Combined with his fiery personality and willingness to battle until the last whistle, Rivers earned respect from teammates, coaches, and opponents alike. His leadership, passion, and visible love for the game made him one of the league's most entertaining quarterbacks. While his resume lacks a Super Bowl appearance, Rivers guided the Chargers to multiple playoff berths, including an AFC Championship game in 2007 where he famously played through a torn ACL. That moment captured who Rivers was: tough, resilient, and never backing down from a challenge. Even late in his career, he found success with the Indianapolis Colts in 2020, leading them to the playoffs in his lone season there before retiring. Ultimately, Phillip Rivers represents the kind of quarterback whose greatness can't be measured solely in rings. His consistency, longevity, and competitive edge made him one of the best quarterbacks of the post-2000 era. He may not have been the flashiest, but week in and week out, Rivers delivered. Eli Manning's career was a tale of consistency, resilience, and 2 unforgettable postseason runs that cemented his place in NFL history. Drafted 1st overall in 2004, Manning spent his entire 16-year career with the New York Giants, where he became the franchise's all-time leader in passing yards, touchdowns, and wins. While his regular season play was often marked by ups and downs, Manning always seemed to rise to the occasion when the lights were brightest. Manning's defining moments came in Super Bowls 42 and 46, both against Tom Brady's New England Patriots. In 2007, he led the Giants on one of the greatest playoff runs ever, defeating the previously undefeated Patriots in a shocking upset. His game-winning drive was highlighted by the iconic helmet catch from David Tyree, a play that remains one of the most famous in NFL history. 4 years later, Manning did it again, orchestrating another game-winning drive capped by a pinpoint sideline throw to Mario Manningham, setting up the Giants' second upset over Brady's dynasty. With those victories, Manning earned 2 Super Bowl MVPs, something only a handful of quarterbacks can claim. Statistically, Manning finished his career with over 57,000 passing yards and 366 touchdowns. While his regular season record reflects inconsistency, he ranks among the top 10 in several major passing categories. He was never considered the most dominant quarterback of his era, but his durability, starting 210 consecutive games, and clutch playoff performances made him one of the most respected players of his generation. What made Manning special was his calm under pressure. Known for his stoic stoic demeanor, he never seemed rattled even in the most high-stakes situations. His ability to deliver in the postseason, especially against some of the greatest teams of all time, elevated him beyond the label of a good quarterback and into the conversation of greatness. Eli Manning's legacy will forever be tied to his ability to topple Brady's Patriots on the biggest stage, not once, but twice. While his regular season career may not scream Hall of Fame, his postseason heroics ensure he'll always be remembered as one of the most clutch quarterbacks in NFL history. Matt Ryan, nicknamed Matty Ice, built a career defined by consistency, leadership, and precision passing. Drafted 3rd overall by the Atlanta Falcons in 2008, Ryan immediately transformed the franchise into a perennial playoff contender. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year and quickly developed into the face of Atlanta football, giving the Falcons stability at quarterback for over a decade. Ryan's peak came in 2016 when he delivered one of the greatest single seasons in NFL history. He threw for nearly 5,000 yards with 38 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions, earning NFL MVP honors. That same year, he guided Atlanta to its 2nd ever Super Bowl appearance. For 3 quarters, Ryan and the Falcons dominated, building a 28-3 lead against Tom Brady's Patriots. Unfortunately, the game turned into one of the most infamous collapses in sports history, overshadowing Ryan's otherwise brilliant performance. Despite that heartbreak, Ryan's body of work remains impressive. He ranks in the top 10 all-time in passing yards with over 62,000 and has more than 380 career touchdowns. He became known for his poise in the pocket, ability to read defenses, and accuracy on intermediate throws. Ryan wasn't the most mobile or flashy, but his reliability and decision-making made him one of the league's most respected quarterbacks. Ryan built strong chemistry with elite receivers, most notably Julio Jones. The duo became one of the most dangerous quarterback-receiver pairings of the 2000s, creating highlight reels of deep completions and clutch plays. Under Ryan's leadership, Atlanta consistently fielded one of the league's top offenses, even when its defense lagged behind. While Ryan never captured a Super Bowl ring, his ability to keep the Falcons competitive year after year, often in difficult circumstances, proved his value. In his final years, he played briefly with the Indianapolis Colts, but his legacy will always be tied to Atlanta, where he holds virtually every franchise passing record. At his best, Matt Ryan was a model of professionalism, consistency, and accuracy. Though critics may focus on the Super Bowl collapse, true football fans recognize his decade-plus of excellence and the stability he brought to a franchise desperately in need of it. Russell Wilson burst onto the NFL scene as a 3rd-round pick in 2012, quickly proving doubters wrong about his size and ceiling. Despite standing just 5 feet 11 inches, Wilson redefined what was possible for shorter quarterbacks, blending mobility, intelligence, and accuracy to become one of the most dynamic players of his generation. By his 2nd season, he had already led the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl victory, dominating the Denver Broncos 43-8 in Super Bowl 48. Wilson's prime was marked by creativity and playmaking. Known for his ability to escape pressure, extend plays, and throw pinpoint deep balls, he became one of the league's most feared quarterbacks. His signature rainbow arc passes, often connecting with receivers like Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf, showcased his elite touch and accuracy down the field. Defensive coordinators dreaded facing him because he could hurt teams with both his legs and arm, turning broken plays into highlight reels. The Seahawks' back-to-back Super Bowl appearances in 2013 and 2014 solidified Wilson's status. While his first championship was a blowout, his 2nd trip ended in heartbreak. With Seattle 1 yard away from repeating as champs, Wilson's pass was intercepted by Malcolm Butler, one of the most infamous plays in Super Bowl history. Despite the crushing defeat, Wilson's role in making Seattle a perennial contender throughout the 2000s can't be overstated. Statistically, Wilson has been among the NFL's most efficient passers, ranking in the top tier for career passer rating. He's thrown for over 43,000 yards and 334 touchdowns while adding nearly 5,000 rushing yards. His ability to balance explosive plays with low turnover rates made him one of the most reliable quarterbacks of the era. He also earned 9 Pro Bowl selections, further proving his consistency and excellence. Beyond numbers, Wilson brought leadership and belief to the Seahawks. His relentless work ethic and why not us mindset fueled Seattle's confidence during their dominant Legion of Boom years. Even in seasons where his supporting cast weakened, Wilson consistently kept his teams competitive. Though his late career years have seen struggles, Russell Wilson's impact remains undeniable. A Super Bowl champion, elite playmaker, and cultural icon in Seattle, Wilson firmly belongs among the greatest quarterbacks of the post-2000 era. Few quarterbacks embodied toughness and grit like Ben Roethlisbeger. Drafted 11th overall in 2004, Roethlisbeger quickly became the cornerstone of the Pittsburgh Steelers, stepping in as a rookie and winning 13 straight starts to lead his team to the AFC Championship game. By his second season, he helped the Steelers capture Super Bowl 40, becoming the youngest quarterback ever to win a championship at just 23 years old. Over his 18-year career, Big Ben defined an era of Steelers football. Standing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing 240 pounds, he wasn't just hard to sack, he thrived under pressure. Roethlisbeger had a unique ability to extend plays, shrugging off would-be tacklers, keeping his eyes downfield, and delivering big completions in broken situations. That improvisational style made him a nightmare for defenses and endeared him to Pittsburgh fans who loved his hard-nosed, never-say-die approach. Roethlisberger's greatest years came in the late 2000s and early 2000s. He guided the Steelers to 3 Super Bowl appearances, winning 2 and narrowly losing another. Super Bowl 43 stands out as one of his defining moments when he engineered a game-winning drive capped by a perfect touchdown pass to Santonio Holmes in the corner of the end zone, one of the most iconic throws in Super Bowl history. Statistically, Roethlisbeger retired as one of the most prolific passers in NFL history. He ranks 5th all-time in passing yards and 8th in touchdowns. Though the Steelers' identity was often rooted in defense and a strong run game, Roethlisbeger evolved into a quarterback capable of putting up gaudy numbers, including multiple 5,000-yard seasons late in his career. His toughness was legendary, often playing through injuries that would sideline most quarterbacks. Beyond the numbers, Roethlisberger's legacy is tied to his leadership and the culture of winning he sustained in Pittsburgh. The Steelers never endured a losing season with him under center, a testament to his consistency and competitiveness. He was the face of the franchise for nearly 2 decades, leading with resilience and a flair for clutch performances. Ben Roethlisberger may not have had the polish of Peyton Manning or the rings of Tom Brady, but his blend of toughness, leadership, and winning pedigree makes him one of the greatest quarterbacks of the post-2000 era. Drew Brees wasn't the tallest or the strongest quarterback, but his career became the ultimate story of precision, perseverance, and leadership. Drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 2001, Brees overcame an early career shoulder injury that nearly ended his playing days. When the Miami Dolphins passed on him in free agency due to medical concerns, the New Orleans Saints took a chance, and football history was changed forever. Arriving in New Orleans in 2006, Brees and head coach Sean Payton transformed the franchise. Together, they turned the Saints into perennial contenders, reviving both the team and the spirit of a city still recovering from Hurricane Katrina. Brees quickly became the face of New Orleans sports, not just for his on-field excellence, but also for his off-field leadership and community impact. Statistically, Brees rewrote the NFL record books. At retirement, he ranked first all-time in passing yards, 80,358, and completions, 7,142, while finishing second in passing touchdowns, 571. Known for his pinpoint accuracy, he set the single-season completion percentage record multiple times, even surpassing 74% in 2018. Year after year, Brees delivered consistency, throwing for 5,000-plus yards in a season 5 times, more than any other quarterback in history. His crowning moment came in Super Bowl 44, when he led the Saints to a 31-17 victory over Peyton Manning's Colts. Brees completed 32 of 39 passes, earning Super Bowl MVP honors. The image of him holding his infant son with confetti raining down remains one of the most iconic in NFL history. Brees wasn't just about stats and accolades. He was a master of preparation and leadership. His ability to diagnose defenses, adjust plays at the line, and deliver quick, accurate throws made him one of the toughest quarterbacks to defend. Despite lacking elite arm strength, his anticipation and timing were unparalleled. Critics sometimes point to his relatively few deep playoff runs beyond the Saints' Super Bowl, but that doesn't diminish his legacy. Drew Brees defined an era of offensive football, setting records that may stand for decades. More importantly, he became a symbol of hope and perseverance for an entire city. Few quarterbacks have ever played the position with as much sheer talent as Aaron Rodgers. Drafted 24th overall in 2005, Rodgers spent 3 seasons behind Brett Favre before finally getting his shot as the Green Bay Packers starter in 2008. From that moment on, Rodgers redefined quarterback play with his combination of arm talent, mobility, and football intelligence. Rodgers' breakout came in the 2010 season when he led the Packers on a magical playoff run, culminating in a 31-25 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 45. He threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game, earning Super Bowl MVP honors. That performance cemented his place among the league's elite. Statistically, Rodgers is one of the most efficient quarterbacks in NFL history. He owns the best career touchdown-to-interception ratio of all time, a testament to his ability to protect the football while still making jaw-dropping plays. His accuracy on the move, ability to throw deep bombs with pinpoint precision, and knack for threading passes into impossibly tight windows set him apart. Rodgers' signature moments often came in the form of dramatic comebacks and Hail Mary throws, unforgettable heaves against the Lions, Cardinals, and Giants that showcased his rare arm strength and touch. Over his career, Rodgers won 4 NFL MVP awards, further cementing his status as one of the most dominant players of his era. He passed for over 59,000 yards and 475-plus touchdowns with Green Bay before joining the New York Jets in 2023. His ability to consistently elevate his team, even when surrounded by inconsistent defenses or supporting casts, made him one of the most valuable players in the league year after year. Critics sometimes point to his single Super Bowl win as underwhelming compared to his immense talent, especially when measured against Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. But Rodgers' pure ability, his quick release, decision-making, and improvisational magic earned him respect as perhaps the most naturally gifted quarterback of his generation. Aaron Rodgers combined artistry with efficiency, making the impossible look routine. For nearly 2 decades, he set the gold standard for quarterback talent in the NFL. Peyton Manning wasn't just a quarterback, he was an offensive coordinator on the field. Drafted first overall in 1998, Manning entered the league before 2000, but his dominance truly defined the modern NFL era. Over an 18-year career split between the Indianapolis Colts and Denver Broncos, Manning set new standards for preparation, precision, and leadership at the quarterback position. Known as the Sheriff, Manning revolutionized pre-snap reads. His ability to dissect defenses at the line of scrimmage and adjust plays with his signature Omaha audibles made him one of the most cerebral quarterbacks in history. Defenses often looked confused and overmatched as Manning orchestrated drives with surgical accuracy. Statistically, Manning's resume is jaw-dropping. He retired with 71,940 passing yards and 539 touchdowns, ranking near the top in both categories. He was the NFL MVP a record 5 times, demonstrating both longevity and sustained excellence. His 2013 season with Denver remains legendary, 5,477 passing yards and 55 touchdowns, both NFL single-season records at the time. Manning's playoff career included 4 Super Bowl appearances, with 2 victories. His first came in Super Bowl 41 with the Colts, where he earned MVP honors in a win over the Chicago Bears. Nearly a decade later, after overcoming serious neck surgeries that threatened his career, Manning won again with the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 50. Though his arm strength had diminished, his leadership and football IQ carried Denver's offense while their defense dominated. That second title solidified his legacy as one of the game's all-time greats. Off the field, Manning's influence was just as significant. His meticulous preparation and leadership set a model for future generations of quarterbacks. He also became one of the most recognizable ambassadors for the sport, known for his charisma, commercials, and philanthropy. Critics point to his sometimes shaky postseason record, 14-13 in the playoffs, but his overall impact on the position outweighs those blemishes. Peyton Manning changed how the quarterback position is played, blending intelligence, precision, and consistency like no one before him. Simply put, Manning wasn't just a great quarterback, he was a transformative figure in NFL history. Patrick Mahomes hasn't just entered the conversation of great quarterbacks, he's rewriting the standard in real time. Drafted 10th overall by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017, Mahomes sat for one season behind Alex Smith before bursting onto the scene in 2018 with one of the most electrifying campaigns in NFL history. That year, he threw for over 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, winning league MVP in his first year as a starter. Mahomes' combination of arm strength, creativity, and improvisational brilliance set him apart immediately. He makes throws few others would even attempt. No-look passes, sidearm lasers, and deep bombs off his back foot. Beyond the highlight plays, he also brings discipline and poise, reading defenses and leading Andy Reid's innovative offense with surgical precision. His ability to extend plays with his legs while keeping his eyes downfield makes him nearly impossible to defend. The postseason has been Mahomes' stage. In just his first 6 seasons as a starter, he has led the Chiefs to 4 Super Bowl appearances, winning 3 and earning Super Bowl MVP honors in each victory. His comeback against the 49ers in Super Bowl 54 showcased his resilience, while his duels with Tom Brady cemented a passing of the torch narrative. Mahomes has already created legendary moments, including his gutsy performance in the 2022 playoffs when he played through a high ankle sprain and still led Kansas City to another championship. Statistically, Mahomes is on a historic pace. By age 28, he had 2 MVP awards, 3 Super Bowl rings, and over 28,000 passing yards with 219 touchdowns. His career passer rating ranks among the highest in league history, and his playoff production rivals the all-time greats. If he sustains this level, he could realistically challenge or surpass Tom Brady's records for championships and career accomplishments. More than numbers, Mahomes has transformed the Chiefs into the NFL's modern dynasty. His partnership with tight end Travis Kelce and coach Andy Reid has redefined offensive football in the 2020s. Fans and analysts alike view him not just as the best quarterback in today's game, but as a potential GOAT in the making. When it comes to quarterbacks after 2000, there is Tom Brady and then everyone else. Drafted in the 6th round in 2000, Brady began as a long-shot backup for the New England Patriots. But when Drew Bledsoe went down in 2001, Brady seized his opportunity, launching a career that would redefine greatness in the NFL. Over 23 seasons, he became the ultimate symbol of winning, leadership, and longevity. Brady's resume is unmatched. 7 Super Bowl championships, 3 league MVP awards, 15 Pro Bowl selections, and the all-time records for passing yards, completions, and touchdowns. No quarterback has won more playoff games or Super Bowls, and no one has dominated across 3 different decades the way Brady did. His ability to maintain elite play into his 40s, even winning a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at age 43, made him a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. What made Brady so remarkable wasn't just his numbers, but his clutch performances. Time and again, when the game was on the line, Brady delivered. From the game-winning drive against the Rams in Super Bowl 36 to the historic 28-3 comeback against the Falcons in Super Bowl 51, Brady's career is filled with defining moments of resilience and execution under pressure. His poise and 2-minute drills became legendary, and opponents often admitted they felt no lead was safe as long as Brady had the ball. Statistically, Brady adapted as the game evolved. Early in his career, he was a game manager in a defensive-led dynasty. By the late 2000s and 2010s, he became a prolific passer, putting up record-breaking numbers alongside stars like Randy Moss, Rob Gronkowski, and Julian Edelman. his ability to adjust his style of play as he aged, relying on quick reads and precision timing, allowed him to remain at the top long after most quarterbacks retired. Beyond football, Brady's impact was cultural. He became a global icon, symbolizing discipline, work ethic, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. While debates about the GOAT will always exist, Brady's record-breaking career, combined with his rings and clutch legacy, puts him in a category all his own. Tom Brady isn't just the best quarterback since 2000, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. And there you have it, the top 10 quarterbacks of the modern era, each leaving a lasting mark on the game in their own way. From Brady's unmatched dominance to Mahomes' rising dynasty, these players redefined what it means to play quarterback. But what do you think? Did we get the order right, or did someone deserve a higher spot? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more NFL history.